Okay guys, so I just showed y'all a few pictures of my Lancer Tactical Custom M4 here. As y'all know, it doesn't take a lot to make a gun your own, and I think that's definitely really relevant when looking at this gun here. As you see, externally, this gun, I don't want to say it's one of a kind, but it definitely looks nice, and it's just not your standard M4. All of these mods I did to the gun, as far as what I've done lately to it, is all mods that didn't cost me any money, as in parts that I didn't have to add. I had already had this scope, or my fault, I actually added this scope, but I already had the grip up there. But all the rest of the mods pretty much cost me little to no money. Used the paint and a stencil to put what you're looking at on the stock right there. And then moving up here to the front, I actually used a saw and cut off my front sight. Made the back part of where the front sight was flush with the ring right here. That way everything is still as stable as possible it can be right here in the front. And then I rounded it off at the front part of the front sight. After doing that, I just hit a couple different types of sandpaper there to make it look nice and smooth. And then I also painted half of the orange tip black. That way there's still more than enough for it to be a legal orange tip, but it not stick out as much as it usually does. And also, if you're wondering, this tape right here is chrono tape. I was luckily able to go out to the field today, and I got to field this gun for the first time with the new spring. And if you're wondering the stats that this gun has now, shooting right at 14.5 rounds per second, or right at about 890 to 900 rounds per minute range, and then I'm getting right at 310 FPS. So it's more of a CQB type gun, but with the hop performance I do get out of the Lancer Tactical, this is a more than adequate town type gun for where I play at Ballahack, and I easily get 130, maybe even 140 feet of range with my hop up set to its optimal setting for all distances I plan to shoot. The only downside for this gun is that the sight itself does not have a good zero, so I usually just have it up here for the looks, but I can actually look in the peep sight, or the peep part under the actual scope, just to shoot out of, and using that I have no problem shooting. Another thing that I have done, as you see I got the rail covers here, I just did a clear coat and then painted those tan, and I was also planning for it to wear down some. So anywhere that I get on these handguards, I like the extra add-on for the look. And also I wanted to make sure I didn't go overboard on the tans, so I do not plan to do any more of the stock or the mags or the body this color. So that's pretty much all you're going to see tan on this gun, that being the sight and the rail covers. Besides that, everything else is going to stay black, and I think overall, for the budget I had for this gun, it definitely turned out great. So if you're wondering how much something like this cost, a very fieldable gun, even though the externals can be loose and shaky, you're spending $94.99 or right at $95 for the gun, $30 for this sight on Tiger 111HK if you get it. But as I said, it's probably going to be more of an aesthetic sight since it does not hold a good zero at all. It came with the rail covers. The AFG is a Chinese brand. I believe I got it from Weapon Blender for $12.99. It's not actual Magpul, so keep your eye out for that. I didn't want to buy anything expensive for a cheap gun. And then, as I said, the rest of the mods were free. Cutting off the sight, painting the rail covers. I also added a downgrade spring, but if you're playing field, you shouldn't have to worry about that. As I said, though, I like to make my guns last as long as possible, so I went ahead and just downgraded the spring that way. One, I get better performance out of the motor, better trigger response, and I get more shots before my piston and everything else wears down in this gun. And then the last mod of $5 for the stencils if you go to airsoftstencils.com. I was lucky enough to get one of those from NC Man, as we kind of incorporated both of our ideas into making airsoft stencils. So, overall, if I had to put a number on this gun right here, let's just say right at $150. So you get a gun externally, looks really nice for $150. Why not? With that said, guys, that really wraps up this video. I was going to do like a complete loadout, but I just wanted to show you all the changes I did do to my Lancer Tactical. Even with a really cheap gun like this, I think I've pretty much proven here that you can make a fieldable and an aesthetically pleasing gun. you guys have any questions at all, make sure to send me a PM or comment on this video. I will try to get to that for you. And if you have any other questions on the Lancer Tactical, feel free to ask me. I don't want to say I'm an expert, but I have fielded this gun a lot now, and the least I can say is I'm very pleased with it. That's, really all I can say. Very good gun for the price, and I wouldn't even mind spending a little bit more than I did for it if I had to. So that's it, guys. This has been a What You Looking At production. Make sure to like this video if you have a Lancer Tactical or you did like the mods I have done to the gun so far. And make sure to subscribe if this is the first time you're watching my videos. I'm out.